Hi guys, welcome back to Shizak Zone. So today we are going to be doing coating and exposure of our merge using the sunlight. Yeah, the sunlight. So without wasting much of your time, head with me, let's go to the workshop. For coating of our merge, this is all we are going to be needing. Coating is one of the first process of screen printing. So these are the equipment. We have our emulsion. I have mine mixed in this container. Secondly, we have our merge. This is where we are going to be coating and where our design is going to appear. Thirdly, we have the squeegee, what we use to spread the ink on the merge or the emulsion. You can also use an old business card, something like this, or an expired ATM if you have. They all serve the same purpose. For coating proper, this is how the process is done. You pour your emulsion on your merge this way. Then you take up your squeegee and you rub it. You spread it just like this. Exactly how I'm doing it. So you make sure the emulsion is evenly spread on the merge. Cover all the spaces. And if it's not enough for you, you can go over it again. You pour again and do the same process until you are satisfied or until it is evenly and properly spread in the merge. You can turn the other side also and repeat the same process. For the excess that are gone out of the other side, do the same thing to it, front and back. So after you've done this and your emulsion is evenly spread on your merge, the next thing is to let it dry. Let it dry in a dark place. Do not keep it under the sun. As for me, I'm going to be leaving mine under my table where it will dry naturally. Our merge is dried, as you can see. Naturally dried, not under the sun, remember. So for the exposure, this is all we are going to be needing. This is our design, printed black and white in a normal A4 paper. Yeah, our dried merge, and this is kerosene. Kerosene, other people use cooking oil, but I use kerosene. I've not tried cooking oil before. So we take up our kerosene and pour on our merge. What the kerosene does is that it makes our paper transparent. It makes our paper transparent. Remember, we're using the sun to expose. So by the time we place our paper on it, you're going to see the magic. Yeah, just like that. And look closely, you can see, we see the design still showing. So the process of using the sun to expose, this is just the secret. Now, this part with the ink, the sunlight won't be able to go through. But then the other parts that have no print on it will become transparent and the sun rays will go through. Yeah, so that is the concept behind using the sunlight to expose. So make sure you clear out all the bubbles from under your design, just like so. You can see as I'm using my old business card to do. If I use the other squeegees, it's going to be too big. So this is perfect for this situation. Make sure all the bubbles are out. When we are done with this process, the next thing is to go out under the sun where it's shining so we can expose the merge. All right, outside we go. This is how you stand and face the sun holding your merge. On a very good and sunny day, approximately 15 to 20 seconds, which might still vary depending on how bright the sun is. So after doing this, you go and wash your merge. Let's go. For washing of the merge, this is the hose I use. You can use whatever one you have. First of all, I spray water on it before removing the design. That is what works for me. Other process can be done, but this is how I do mine. And then I spray water on it again. And then when I allow to soak for a few seconds. Yeah, for a few seconds, approximately 15, 20 seconds before hitting it again. You should be careful because if your exposure is not done properly, when the force of the water is too much, it's going to mess up the whole merge. As you can see, the design is coming out already. So after spraying again, you're allowed to soak again because continuous heating will affect the other part of the other coated parts. So if your exposure was not done properly, it's going to peel off and you have a messy merge, and we don't want that. We want a clean merge, a clean and good exposure. As you can see, we are doing good. It's coming out little by little. Do not rub with your hands. Yeah, do not rub with your hands. Once your exposure is done properly, believe me, your washing is going to be seamless. Remember, allow to soak. You can turn to the other side also and do the same thing. Do not rush it, okay? As you can see, our design is coming out. It's out already. This is nice. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the whole process of exposure. This is how exposure is done. Practice, practice, and practice, and you will get used to it. You get the timing, depending on where you are, depending on how bright your sun is. That should be the issue. After washing the merge, the next thing is to allow it to dry. Remember, naturally is the best. Do not keep under the sun in a cool, dry place. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether in a dark place now because our exposure has been done and the whole technical process is over. This is our merge, looking sweet, as you can see. Exposure using the sunlight. A very economical way, and you won't need to break the bank before you start the business of screen printing.